got a lot on my mind.
You've got a lot on your mind. You've got to be kidding.
Look, I'm not in the mood for trading insults. Whatever's on your mind, say it.
I'll be more than happy to tell you what's on my mind, man. This place is getting on my nerves, and I've got to get out of here, and I mean soon.
Look, the hearing will be over soon. Just another day or two, we'll know whether they can hold you for trial or not.
Oh, I see. In another day or two, I get to find out whether I walk out this door or I rot in a place like this for the rest of my stinking life.
Look, don't come crying to me, Weber. You got yourself into this mess.
Maybe. But you were supposed to get me out, and you blew it. My whole case went right down the drain when old man Peyton was on that stand. You let that sick old man make you look like a first-class boob.
Look, I'm sorry you don't approve of the way I'm handling your case.
You're sorry. Sorry. Man, you're not fighting for some high school debating society. They're trying to pin a murder rap on me, and they're not doing so bad. Fowler got Chris to tell a bunch of lies on that stand, and Mrs. Carson and all the others. Now, my chances aren't looking so hot. As a matter of fact, my chances are looking pretty lousy, aren't they? Well, I ask you a question, and I want an answer. Now, how come you blew it? How come you let old man Peyton walk all over you, man? It's not your style. That's not the way you operate. Now, what are you up to, Cord? What are you trying to pull?
I'm handling your case as I see fit. If you don't like my technique, that's your tough luck.
Oh, now, wait a minute. This technique of yours, Mr. Cool falling apart on the stand when you were supposed to be trying to take old man Peyton apart on the stand. Was that an act? Or are you deliberately trying to louse up my case?
I don't take cases so I can lose them, Weber. I defended you because I think there's a good chance you could be telling the truth. Don't forget, my sister was the one they found at the bottom of those rocks.
I'm not forgetting.
Neither am I.
Well, now you say it, huh? Now you say it.
Now, before you throw a punch or do anything else equally stupid, you listen to me. If I wanted you indicted, there are many ways I could do it without making myself look ridiculous. Now, you put yourself in my hands, Weber, and I could have squeezed you to death out of sight behind my back. Now, how does it get through to whatever you think with?
Oh, man, you sure know how to make a guy feel pretty low, don't you?
Just as low as you are.
All right, maybe I am a little wound up. You don't know what it's like being cooped up in a place like this. I can't take it anymore. I've got to get out of here, Stephen. I've got to get out, man, where there's action and women and wheels. You've got to get me out of here.
You're a gambling man, right? If I were you, I'd take every dollar you could beg or borrow and bet it on the biggest long shot in town. I'm gonna win this case, and I'll get you out of here.
I'll place my bets, counselor.
Here you go, champ. Need anything else?
Yeah, give me a skyhook, will you?
A skyhook. Where is it?
Never mind, make it a box wrench.
Okie dokie, a box wrench. Here we go, right here. Here.
Thank you.
You know, it's kind of entertaining talking to a person's knees. It's a nice switch from faces.
Okay, how about a hose clamp, too, huh?
A hose clamp. All righty. Hose clamp, scalpel, syringe, sponge, maybe a ham sandwich. Hell,
Are you gonna play around or are you gonna work? You know I'm 6 orders.
I know, you're 6 orders behind. That's why I'm here, remember? To focus my mechanical genius on the problem.
Yeah, well, start focusing and stop goofing off, will you?
Well, we got a lot done. Oh, you know, they say that people can work better in a relaxed atmosphere. Professor Mack of Cornell University says...
Okay. We'll take a break.
Look, so all we gotta do is put in a shackle spring in this one, and everything's finished.
Listen, you still have that pop?
Yeah, it's in the car.
Oh. Well.
Okay. Hey, guess who's coming? Lady Macbeth.
Oh, yeah?
Hello, Mrs. Cord. Oh.
what's wrong with her?
Well, she has to testify tomorrow.
You don't think she'd be heading to the bluff, do you?
Hello, Rachel. May I come in?
If you want to.
How's your hand?
All right.
I know that must have hurt.
It did. Guess there'd be a scar.
In my family, we have an old-fashioned remedy we've handed down for years. Cocoa butter, no less. When I was little, I fell off a horse, and my mother took me to the doctor, and he said I'd have a scar. So she got out the cocoa butter and went to work. Little by little, it went away. And when Allison was little, she used to wander into tiny places and always in the middle of a lot of bramble bushes. She'd have had a lot of scars if I hadn't have...
I never saw Allison.
I'm sorry you didn't. I think you'd have liked her.
Why?
Because she's a very lovely girl. Very curious about everything, interested in people, sensitive. Rachel, I know you've been asked a lot of questions.
Why did she run away?
Well, she had an accident. It took her a long time to get well, and then a very good friend of hers died.
Poor her?
We love her very much. We're terribly worried about her. You know how the imagination plays funny tricks when you don't know exactly what's happened.
I never saw her. Never, never, never.
I know you said that, Rachel. But if you know anything at all about her, or anyone who does, please tell me.
Why doesn't anyone believe me? I found that old bracelet on the road. I wish I never had. Why did she have to run away in the first place?
Sometimes life becomes too difficult for some people. They have to find an escape. You ran away, didn't you?
I ran away She ran away from you.
Not only me.
I never would have run away from my mother. No matter what.
You lost your parents when you were young, didn't you, Rachel?
Why do you want to know?
Because?
Because you liked me?
Yes, and...
Why?
I'm not quite sure.
Why should you? You don't care anything about me, do you? You only want to find out about your daughter who ran away. Isn't that true?
Yes.
Why?
I love her.
She ran away from you.
How old were you when you lost your parents, Rachel?
8.
Only 8. Do you remember anything about them?
Yes. I remember my father. He was tall, skinny like a bull. He played the guitar. We used to sing together.
What were some of the songs? And your mother?
She was real pretty. She had a real nice laugh. And she loved the color blue. She wore it all the time. I remember once she made me a blue dress to match hers. I was so excited. We were going to wear them to the circus the next day.
And?
I came home from school and I got off at the bus stop. My father was going to meet me there. Well, I waited and he didn't come. And pretty soon some fire engines went by and the man on the big ladder in the back looked at me. He had red hair. I started to walk home. I walked and I walked. When you're so little, it seems to take so long. And then I saw the fire. It was our building. The fire engines were all out in front and all the neighbors were standing around. It was funny, because in the back of my mind, I kept thinking about the circus. I wouldn't get to see it now. I wouldn't get to see the clowns. I wouldn't get to see the bareback rider. I started running into the flames, but the fireman with the red hair grabbed me. He called to a neighbor lady to come and pick me up. And she had tears in her eyes. She held me real tight. She said, "Poor sweetheart, poor sweetheart," over and over. I knew then I wasn't going to see them anymore.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
Once you break your mother into 1,000 little pieces, what else will break? What else? It's not only going to be your mother who's broken.
Remember what's best for us. Best for both of us.
What do you know about that bracelet? Don't raise your voice, you understand? Don't raise your voice.